Water potential. Dear student, to know about the water potential, firstly, we should know some rules related to the thermodynamics. As per the principle of thermodynamics, you can observe every component of a system. Every component of a system is having a definite amount of free energy. Whatever it may be the component present into the system which have a definite amount of free energy, this free energy is used to do the work. According to the principle of thermodynamics, every component of a system is having a definite amount of free energy which is used to do work. So it can be applicable for the movement of water also. Osmotic movement of water is on the basis of free energy. What is osmotic movement of water? Water it move from hypotonic solution towards hypertonic solution. About that we'll discuss in detail. Now here or in last lecture we have studied about the osmosis. The movement of water takes place from hypotonic solution towards the hypertonic solution. That means if we place a cell or a plant living cell into the pure water, then this pure water started to get entered into the cell cytoplasm by the process of endosmosis. That means water it move from its higher potential towards the lower potential. The water potential of pure water it is zero. When we add the solute particle in that pure water, further its water potential is get decreases. Now here chemical potential. To know the water potential, we should know first the chemical potential. Chemical potential it is a free energy per molecules in a chemical system is called as its chemical potential. And chemical potential of water is called as water potential. So inside the water there is a presence of free molecules are responsible for their movement. This water potential is represented by the Greek letter psi. Here, water potential of protoplasm is equal but opposite in the sign to diffusion pressure deficit. It has a negative value. The unit of measurement of water potential in a bars, in a Pascal or per atmosphere, as only we have discussed. Water potential of pure water is always zero. When we add any solute into the pure water, there the water potential further get decreases. That means water potential have a negative value. And it is denoted by the psi. Here you can observe the pure water is shown over here, and when we add the solute particle in this pure water, you can observe this pure water started to move towards the solute particle. That means from pure state towards the solvent state, from pure state towards the solvent state. So here you can observe the water it get move towards the right side. Applying a pressure to the left side increases the water potential and causing water to move towards the right side of the tube. Applying negative pressure to the left side lowers the water potential, causing water to move towards the left side of the tube. So with the help of this simple experiment, one can observe the water potential of pure water, it is 0, and water potential of solution or a water when we add the solute, it is less than the pure water. So water potential shows a negative value. Therefore, it has a negative value. DPD, diffusion pressure deficit, is now termed as a water potential. Osmotic pressure is now termed as an osmotic potential. Turgor pressure is now termed as a pressure potential. So diffusion pressure deficit we have discussed. It is a suction force which is responsible for the movement of water from hypotonic solution towards the hypertonic solution. It is due to the osmotic pressure, it is higher inside the cell cytoplasm compared to the external water. Turgor pressure is now termed as a pressure potential because when water get entered inside the cell, it generates a water pressure which is also called as a turgor pressure. And turgor pressure is now termed as what? Pressure potential. It has always positive value. Turgor pressure, it has always positive value. So water potential and diffusion pressure deficit are equal into the fully turgid cell. Water is always flow from less negative potential to more negative water potential. That means from higher water potential area to the lower water potential area. So this is a movement of water. You can observe with the help of a plant cell. The difference between water potential of adjacent plant cell decides the movement of water through the plasmodesmata across the cell. Water, it started to move from its higher potential towards the lower potential. That means you can observe if water potential of pure water, it is 0, and when we add one molecule of a solute in it, it becomes -1. When we add a 2 molecule, it becomes -2. When we add 3 molecule, it becomes -3. That means as we are going to add the solute particle inside the pure water, whose water potential is 0, as we add the solute particle, the water potential further goes on decreasing, and it is now negative. As we add the more solute, the water potential becomes more negative of that solution. So it determines the flow of water through the plant cell also. From one cell to another cell, the water, it moves through the plasmodesmata. And this movement, it takes place from the high water potential towards the low water potential. That means from hypotonic solution towards hypertonic solution, like osmosis. Here we can take an example. This one is pure water. When we place the plant cell into the pure water, it started to move inside the plant cell. As the water, it get move inside the plant cell, the turgor pressure is get increased. And here you can observe water, it stopped to move further inside the plant cell. That we have discussed into the fully turgid cell, who shows an turgor pressure. This turgor pressure is equal to the wall pressure. Here the example is taken in the relation of water potential of pure water, water potential of the solute molecules, water potential of the solvent. And when we kept the cell into the pure water, the water potential of a cell cytoplasm, it is more negative compared to the water potential of pure water. So water, it start to move from higher potential towards the lower potential, so that it is somewhat similar thing like that of the osmosis. It's all for the water potential. Factors affecting on the water absorption, we are going to discuss about the next point in this topic, because up to it we have discussed the different kind of physical processes are responsible for the absorption of water, and then now only we have discussed about the water potential. Here, factors affecting on water absorption: presence of capillary water, it is essential for that thing. Rate of water absorption is maximum at a soil temperature between 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. High concentration of solutes in soil water reduces the rate of absorption of water, and poorly irrigated soil shows a poor absorption rate related to the water absorption. We'll discuss each and everything in detail. Here, over here, this is 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius, not 200 to 300. Okay. Increased transpiration accelerate the rate of absorption of water in the irrigated soil. What are all those things? We'll take a detailed account into the next lecture. Thank you.